Fishing crew spotted a strange shape on the iceberg, but they froze when they realized what it was. It was a freezing morning off the coast of Labrador, Canada. Mallory Harrigan and her crew were searching for crab. About 4 miles from shore, they spotted something strange on top of a drifting iceberg. At first, it looked like a small animal, maybe a seal or an Arctic fox. Seagulls were circling above, and the shape seemed to move slightly. The crew slowed the boat, worried it was hurt or freezing to death. But as they got closer, the truth hit them. It wasn't an animal at all. It was a frozen, rusted metal chest stuck in the ice. What they would find inside left them speechless. The chest was frozen solid. It took all 3 of them to pull it onto the boat. It was heavy and covered in thick frost. The metal was cold and old. The lock was rusted shut. They tried to open it with their hands, but it wouldn't move. Cliff grabbed a crowbar. He hit the lock again and again. It didn't open at first, but after a few strong hits, the metal finally gave way. The lid creaked as it opened. Inside, everything was packed tightly. On top was a leather journal, wrapped in plastic to keep it dry. They gently opened it. The pages were yellow and old. The writing was shaky, like someone had written it with cold hands. On the first page was a name and a date, 1943. Next to the journal were silver coins, a few rusty tools, and a small wooden box with a strange carved symbol on it. The tools looked handmade. The coins were dusty, but real silver. They were surprised to see how well everything had been kept. They started reading the journal. It told the story of a man who had been on a ship during World War II. His ship had been attacked and started sinking. He escaped and ended up floating on broken ice. He was hurt and alone. The man believed he would not survive, so he wrote down his story. He put everything important in this chest, his thoughts, his belongings, and one final message for whoever found it. Inside the wooden box was a photo. It showed a woman holding a small child. The photo was old and faded, but you could still see their faces. Under the photo was a torn map. It showed part of the Labrador coast. A red X was marked far inland, like a clue to something else. There was no gold, no fancy treasure. But what they had found felt even more important. This chest held a man's life, a life lost long ago, a man who didn't want to be forgotten. His story had been frozen in ice for over 80 years, just waiting to be found. The crew sat quietly. No one spoke. The sea was calm. The sky was gray. They all felt the same thing. They didn't just find a chest. They found a message from the past. A story of pain, survival, and hope.